Hi there, Godwin Selassie Dapo. Happy to come your way again. This is Make It Legal. Make it legal. Today, we want to continue part 4 of our series on what you need to know about the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. We are focusing today on general fundamental human rights. And the last time, which is part 3, we learned about the fundamental human rights we have, like the right to life, right to privacy, right to privacy of home, and all of that. Today, we're going to focus on general fundamental human rights. And these ones are specific to your freedom. What's the first one? You have a freedom of speech and expression. And this also includes press freedom and other media. So, as a citizen, you have that right. It is a right you have given to you by the Constitution that, as far as you are concerned, you can freely speak, you can freely express yourself, you can say what you think. You can also use maybe a microphone and a camera and say what you think and let the world know. That is a freedom. It's a constitutional right. So even when you are doing something on YouTube, don't think that it's just you that is trying to help society. You are enjoying your right. Like I'm doing now, have a microphone, a camera, and I'm speaking to you. It's part of freedom of speech and expression. And that is part of every democratic nation like Ghana. So that is the first one. What is it? Freedom of speech and expression includes what freedom of media and other forms of media like social media. You have a freedom to do anything you want to do on social media. Yeah, but there are rules that regulate the freedom. That notwithstanding, you have that freedom. The next one is freedom of thought, conscience, and belief. So this freedom includes academic freedom as well. Freedom to think is the reason you can be very creative, come with ideas that aside society, people are happy about it. It is a freedom of thought that enables you to think what you think. Imagine we live in a world where someone tells you that don't think like this, think the other way around. Of course, in our normal conversations, we can sometimes say, I don't like the way you are thinking. I think you are thinking in a different light. That is just conversational, but nobody can deprive you of the right to think the way you want to think. Very fundamental to our country as a democratic nation. So freedom of thought, and it also includes freedom of conscience, and then freedom of belief. You believe what you want to believe. Nobody has a right to say, hey, only believe this one, believe this one. They can persuade you to believe a particular thing, but you have that, you are free to believe what you want to believe. That is settled. And it goes beyond to include academic freedom, where you can write theses, put up academic proposals, and all of that to express your thoughts. The next one is what we call freedom to practice any religion and to manifest such practice. It's interesting, isn't it? You have the freedom or the right to practice a religion. That's why we have all kinds of religious institutions and practitioners in the country. Ghana has so many of them. The Christians, the Muslims, the traditionalists are the major ones. There are various small ones there. So these practices are there and you are able to enjoy them because the Constitution gives you that freedom that you can decide that I'll take a stone and make it my God and worship it. Nobody will come and say, hey, you don't have a right to do that. But of course, there are limitations to all of those. So that is what you need to know. And it includes, the freedom to manifest them. So if your manifestation of your religion is to take a microphone and pray in tongues, and all of that, is how you manifest a religion, is how you worship your God or spirit. Whatever it is, it's a freedom that is embedded in the Constitution, and you have it as a citizen of the country. The next one is freedom of association. You have the right to join an association of your choice. You can join association of farmers, association of lawyers, association of judges, of course, based on qualification terms and all of that the association will have. But it is a right you have to decide to form an association, national or international organizations of interest. So as a lawyer, you see that some lawyers are members of International Bar Association. It's not a Ghana association, but it's international. But the constitution permits you that although you are in Ghana, you can join such an association. Isn't it interesting? That is where democracy is a beautiful thing. It gives you a lot of freedom and you enjoy it. So let's look at the next one, which is what we call the right to information. It is very key to every democratic nation that you are permitted to have access to information. So in Ghana, we have a law called the Right to Information Act. This law was passed to give flesh to this constitutional provision that says that you should have the right to access information. So that law basically gives you more procedures and prescriptions on how to get access to information for public institutions and those who process information. So please note it. It is your right to have an information. But of course, every right must exercise in accordance with law, not just anyhow. All right. Last but certainly not the least is freedom of movement.
And for move out of this
The
country.
freedom to move freely in and out of Ghana. Of course, subject to visa requirement and all of that. But as far as movement is concerned, I can decide today, although I'm in Accra, can move to say Ho in the Volta region. I can say, okay, from Ho, I'll come and go to Takrady in another region. I'll come and go to Kumasi. I can decide. Nobody will restrain me. Anybody who tries to restrain you from moving freely in Ghana is violating your constitutional right to movement. This is very important for you to know. So I hope these fundamental human rights I've shared help you understand your freedom as a citizen and then how you can apply your life to them. Please enjoy this freedom as they come along with obligations and responsibility. My name is Govin Selassie Dapo. Please like our video, share it, and let's know what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. This is Make It Legal.
Make it legal.